Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
And we have our Kickstarter, keithandthegirl.com/kick. See everything there. The people at Kickstarter named us a project they love.
Thanks to you guys.
They have a section, Projects We Love, right there on the homepage, and I see us. And again, it's thanks to you. We appreciate it. It's that time of year. We, of course, do our yearly Keith and the Girl 24-hour marathon, a minimum of 24 hours.
Well, let's tell them what they can actually get if this Kickstarter is funded. And as Keith mentioned yesterday, if it doesn't fully get funded, we get none of the money. So don't wait.
Right.
So what happens if the Kickstarter gets funded?
We will be able to move to our new studio. We will have a 24-hour marathon, 24 hours of nonstop. A guest will be on mic the whole time saying hi and getting to their stories. We'll have an all-new podcast, which will be hosted by your favorite Tracy Carnazzo, Andrea Allen, and Chemda.
We're starting a new podcast if we do this, but that's if 500 people donate. Now, we have reached our Kickstarter goal with just under 500 people. So don't wait. Again, $1 makes you count any amount of money. If we reach 500 people, that new podcast happens in January.
So you'll see everything at keithandthegirl.com/kick if it's confusing. But when you donate to a Kickstarter, you get a reward back. For example, we have life coaching. We did this last year. It was a lot of fun. Dinner and games at my house.
We cooked dinner.
Yeah, you can support a section of the marathon or the whole thing. A lot's going on. And then on top of that, we have the goals
that everyone benefits from at the same time. Like you get to pick your own personal reward, but this is if everyone starts going in.
So if we make our Kickstarter, there, of course, will be the 24-hour marathon. If there's 250 backers at any price, everybody who donated gets $15 in Keith and the Girl VIP credit. So we're talking Carmen and Kyle's show. J-Fod's having a show on there. Chemda just interviewed her brother about suicide. Everything that we do for VIP, you're going to get $15 credit towards that. 500 backers, we're going to do the new podcast only in New York. 1,000 backers, we're going to add 12 hours to the marathon.
And by the way, there are thousands of you, so don't wait for other people.
Right.
This can happen. 12 extra hours. That's a 36-hour marathon. That means I'm going to have to book another 20-something comics minimum.
Right. Here's another one. If we reach a certain amount of funding, free Keith and the Girl week events, my stand-up and everything that surrounds that, completely free.
That starts April 15th. We have shows on April 15th, events on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And this year, Bianca Brady is opening for Keith.
That's right. And also doing a bonus hour for the marathon to sum things up. And she gives you the dirt. All these people came in who had a little bit of attitude.
Now, by the way, for those who are not in New York and are like, well, the Keith and the Girl week doesn't affect me, we are working on it affecting you. So what's going to happen is if we reach that amount, the tickets to the shows will be free. And we're working on a remote access so that if you're in your home in like Indiana or in Europe or wherever,
I was hoping Chemda would name everywhere.
Yeah. You think I know everywhere? So you'd be able to have access. We're working on that. So whoever gives to the Kickstarter will get a free virtual ticket also.
How about Keith and the Girl Studio moving to a campground for a month? It's all here. I know I'm jumping around, so it might seem overwhelming. Go to keithandthegirl.com/kick. Everything's spelled out. There's a funny video explaining what it's like to be in podcasting for over 14 years, going into 15. Thanks to you, it's the most prolific podcast, period. And we appreciate your continued support.
And, of course, Kickstarter has a limited time, so there's only a few days left. There always will only be a few days left, so don't wait until the last second.
Carmen and Kyle, this person writes, sound like they've been doing their podcast for years already.
They really vibed right away.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been friends for years, but still, not usually, but sometimes that works against podcasters.
Because it's too inside sometimes.
Yeah.
But they know what they're doing. I'm in the studio giving my 2 cents sometimes. They're so natural together, Craig continues, and are both hilarious. I've known for years that Carmen was super funny, but I'm glad Kyle has another platform to show off her quick wit too. I also learned that she is, like me, from Cleveland. Kyle, if you see this, which suburb are you from? Did you grow up in the city? Who was your mailman is implied. Anyway, I've enjoyed all the Flavor of the Month shows a lot. That's how you get this show. Look at Flavor of the Month on your app for free or the website. But this is truly one of my favorites. I found the guest, Dr. Dahl, on their second episode. Really interesting. Great guest on a great show. Thanks for the superior content. Apia, I enjoy this show a lot. How nice of Keith to start dating a quick and charming comedian just to give us more content. Thanks, Keith. What a long game. Tom Berlanti, he was over our place for dinner and games.
That's right, with his girlfriend.
So fun last year. And it does help get you laid. He'll attest. I smell a hit. The second episode was genius. Kyle and Carmen are naturals. All right. So make sure you're a VIP member. And also it's a reward for our Kickstarter. All right. Let's get to today's guest, shall we? Great comedian. I saw her record her album not too long ago.
Very exciting. As
she's been featured on CBS, The Wendy Williams Show, The Bethany Show. Robyn Schall. Hello, Robyn.
Hello.
Hello. What a delight.
Thank you for having me back.
When I saw your stand-up that you were recording.
Was that your first time seeing me do stand-up?
Honestly, yeah, I
Look
think
how
it was.
worried her face is when, right?
I know I've seen it online, but I've never seen it in person. And I was just smiling. I was just like, yeah, I mean, laughing too, of course.
Yeah.
Don't let me bum me out. But yeah, I was just like, you're just this ball of energy, and it was so fun. And the whole audience loved it.
Thank you. It was a really fun night. I think you guys, I'm assuming you were with Kyle,
yes.
right? So you
well,
guys,
yeah, I was. Ooh.
I think you guys came to the first show.
Okay.
Right. Either way, they both were so. It was like the best night.
Right.
I had so much fun.
After you do the first show, does the second show change a little bit because you're like, okay, I'm done?
Yes. Well, the first show was like, in my mind, like I nailed it, right? So I was like, okay, whoo. But there was like 2 jokes where I like flubbed the lines. So I was like, okay, I have to nail those lines in the second show.
Oh, that's pressure.
But but otherwise, I was much more relaxed in the second show. Like,
you do the second show, and right away you just do 2 punchlines, and you go,
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
Exactly.
So anyways.
I'm like, you guys aren't going to know the context of these jokes, but I just have to get these lines left. Also, it was recorded in July on the hottest weekend, right? It was like that heat wave of... You remember the summer? New York had like that heat wave.
I
so I was on
those,
stage like dying, but...
Oh, you were sweating up there, literally?
Oh, my God, yeah.
I couldn't
like
tell.
in the picture. Luckily, this album is audio.
Right.
Like,
You should be
otherwise,
sweating.
you would vomit looking at this.
You should be sweating on the cover. Don't
Yeah,
explain
right.
it. Oh, it's hot that day. It's a drawing. Okay, but the album is called Guilty Pleasure, and you could get it on pre-sale right now on iTunes. Set it and forget it, and then on the 19th of this month, you get it anywhere you're streaming music. But I say iTunes, it's right there, and you don't got to think about it. And you bring up like times that you flubbed and you had to fix it in the second show. If I can't think of an example, but anytime, let's say you would stumble over a word or you didn't think you got it perfect, 2 more lines come out of you acknowledging that. The whole thing's so funny.
Yeah, and it's funny, like, no one would have known I flubbed the lines.
Right.
I know, like, I stuttered on it. It wasn't like I messed up the joke and said the wrong joke. I said, let's say, I was like, instead of saying, Keith, how are you? I was like, Keith, how are you?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like a Robyn stutter that I wanted to, like, make perfect.
But it can also seem like a trick. Like, you're acting like you made it all up on
Right.
the spot. Yeah, and you know what? I'm surprised you don't... Your whole act isn't messed up. You were illiterate until you were 16 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I still struggle. Like, no, I could read, but I'm not a good reader.
You're not a well reader.
Yeah. Thanks, Keith.
What does it mean to be illiterate until you're 16? Do you not know letters?
So what happened was...
Do you not know letters?
You idiot. So I was sick growing up. I had a bone disease. See, like that. You heard about disease.
Boned, yeah.
So I didn't go to school a lot. I was in and out of hospitals and stuff. So, but I was never held back.
What's a bone disease?
It's called Perthes. So it's when oxygen doesn't get to bones and it deteriorates. So mine was in my hip. So like I didn't have a hip.
If you got a cut, is that good news? Because then the oxygen can get closer.
If someone blows on me.
That's all the doctors did.
So what happens? Does it make the bones brittle or what?
Yeah, it deteriorates till there's nothing there.
Wow.
So you're on medication. I had leg braces like Forrest Gump. I had 5 hip surgeries. So, but no one held me back from school. So I was like not in school. So I was never learning. So I never learned how to read. So
did you recognize letters? Do you know your ABCs at that point?
Yeah, like I knew letters and like I could sound out, but there's so much more to reading. Also, I'm dyslexic, so some letters looked forward, backwards, I couldn't. Okay, so I'm looking at Kickstarter, right?
Right.
So
And you all should also.
speaking of, go check out. Okay, so I'm looking at the word Kickstarter, right? Right now I see all the letters correctly, but back then I'd be like, Kai.
Well, you gotta be careful. You know what? Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter what it says. Okay, don't worry about it.
As my career ends,
I'm looking at
Anki, then the girl.
What can I say?
I look at a history book about Niger, and okay, don't worry about it. Oh my goodness.
But do you know what I mean? Like I'd have to like sound out, and I'd really
Yeah.
struggle. And it was like I was in 11th grade, and that's when like it really came out. Like, okay, this girl can't read. And then I went to reading lessons, and
Was it embarrassing? Like you would have to go to a special class during English?
No, it made her popular and got her a lot of bones.
I didn't mind it.
She finally got the bones she needed.
I had a problem with S's and SH's.
Yeah.
I would tell people to shit down. The teachers did not like it. And then on graduation day, there's only 3 people in this class. The class was in a closet, literally. They found out that I couldn't say the R's.
right. So you went
But
to, like speech therapy.
but it wasn't embarrassed. It was fun because they treated you a certain way because you were dumb. But I loved
Yeah,
it.
no, I
That's-
didn't feel that. I was humiliated.
That's all Keith is looking for. All day we treat Keith like he's dumb, and he's like, "Thank you, guys."
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You don't
I
have
was
to do a
embarrassed.
lot when people think you're dumb.
Oh, I'm 18. I'm getting sticker stars.
That's the only reason he votes.
Right.
Wait, how does it sound without R's?
I would it'd probably be more W's. I don't remember
Probably like that.
maybe, but they said, do you think you have everything? I went, probably. And they went, oh, see you next year. But yeah, it was embarrassing for you.
Yeah, like if a teacher, the worst would be like, all right, we're going to go up and down. Everyone's going to read a paragraph.
Ugh.
And then I'd be like, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Or like, excuse me, I have a fever, I have to leave, And I'd avoid having to read.
Right. How'd they catch you?
I sat down for the PSATs and I got like a 4.
And that's one
Yeah.
of those signing your name is 600.
Yeah, like I couldn't even spell my name. And then it was like at that point, my parents were like, okay, we need to do something about this.
Right.
Like,
I love how
you're
your parents didn't figure this out.
They kind of knew. I think everyone knew, but everyone was just like so concerned about my physical health. They're like, all right, we'll deal with her,
Right.
Right.
schooling later on.
Let's just keep her alive.
Yeah. And so then I was in 10th or 11th grade at that point. I think 11th, or you take PSATs. And then that's when they sent me out of the school for like real help. Because like I went to public school in New York,
Right.
you're not getting
Yeah.
like real. So I went to a private like reading specialist after school. And then she got me caught up. And then I sat down for the SATs and I did like great. So
Yeah? What's
yeah,
great?
1280.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I was planning on taking it a few times, but we got to 1280. We're like, okay, let's just stop now. Like,
That's great. And
let's not risk it and then get a bad grade.
for the millennials or maybe like even older,
It was at a 1600.
1600 is the most you can get. That's
Yeah.
actually amazing.
Yeah, I did really well in the math.
Now you're 1280.
Yeah.
That's just to be clear. Did you also take a picture of yourself in the family pool doing polo? This is all on the up and up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I know, like with all the admission scandals
Right.
like going on, like if that happened back then, people were like, Robyn, how much did your father pay? But
How's your physical health now? Did everything just stop?
so, I mean, eventually I'm going to need like knees and hip replacements eventually.
will.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't have, so I do have like chronic pain, just I'm always achy, but overall I'm relatively good.
Well, you can get happiness from overall achiness when you almost die for the first like 12 years of your life. I
Yeah.
guess. You're like, I hurt all the time. It's just
Yeah.
constant, but I'm
Yeah.
not in the hospital.
Exactly. I'm not wearing leg braces, so I'm like, all right, I'm winning.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not, it's funny. It's not that bad. I mean, there's so much worse disease. Like I was never like it really wasn't a life threatening.
Not when you're a kid, though.
No, when I was a kid, the leg braces, I was like, no, I'd rather because remember I wasn't dying. This was just like, problems. But there's so many kids with like such worse disease. Like it wasn't cancer.
Yeah, but theirs are on the inside.
yeah.
Yours are on the outside.
It's so true. Like it was so embarrassing. I remember the first day of school, first grade, second grade, third grade, wearing leg braces and having to go to a not a new school, a new class was always so embarrassing.
clink
nerve-wracking.
clonk, clink clonk.
Yeah. And it looked like Forrest Gump, and like I wobbled, you know.
Oh wow! Did you try to run him off you? That's how Forrest Gump
You know
got
how
cured.
Forrest Gump was like had all except like we both couldn't read, but besides that we had nothing else in common because like he was great at so many things, and we are still working to find what I'm good at. But like you know like he played like.
Right.
What was it called?
Ping pong.
Ping pong. He was
Football.
fast. Like he had so many like wonderful qualities. But you know, we're working on it.
Well, just wipe.
I have an album. That's why, yeah.
Next time you're somewhere like you're sweaty, like maybe after an album recording, wipe it on a shirt, see what happens.
Oh, that's right. You remember that?
He gets to know the Black Panthers, and you're like, I got to get into this too. This is a lot. Your boyfriend, we talked about him, of course, last time you were here.
Yes.
He lives in California.
Yep.
You were saying how you like the long distance.
Yeah. I used to love it.
Right.
Now I like it.
Okay. You're missing him.
We're getting close to he has to move here.
How much time went by? How long have you been together?
We've been together like 3.5 years.
Okay.
It's a long time. Now, when you say he has to move here, that's not a question.
Well, I'm not. I mean, he lives in San Diego, so he can't do. Like, I'm a stand-up. Like, I can't live in San Diego.
And he can move his job?
No. So he's got to figure it out.
What does he do?
He works in Homeland Security.
Okay. For San Diego.
I mean, that's everywhere, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he can move. Like, he works for the government.
Okay.
Like, he can.
So what's the holdup?
The holdup is.
What's his name? I wanted to be like, what's the holdup? John. Frank.
Yeah. The holdup
For the record, she didn't say John about anything.
So we're over John, though. But the timing.
I'm like, guys, they don't know about John.
So what do you say to him?
So I want him to move here, but he wants like, and I do too. He wants like a good
commitment.
job. Yeah. Oh no, not me. He doesn't care about me. It's just that he wants like he wants a job that he likes. He doesn't want to move
Okay.
here and be miserable.
Sure.
He wants to kind of stay in what he's doing, or
And he can't tell his job that he can move from work from New York or something.
yeah, no, he can't. He does like I don't even know what he
Can't
does
do
to be
it.
honest. Like,
We're not supposed to.
yeah, like I half the time I'm like, what do you do?
Because you don't live together,
Yeah.
do fights last longer or do they somehow get solved faster?
That's a really good question. They never get resolved. Like we've realized, we actually
And that's a terrible answer.
yeah, no, and we realize that because we're like, we fight about the same things over and over, and then we realize, oh, because we never fix any of it. We just
Right.
forget because we're not with each other. Like we'll be mad about something, and then like 2 or 3 days later, because we haven't seen each other, we forget.
Right.
And then like a month later, I'll be like, and you still never blah blah blah, you know? And it's like we just started up again.
What was the latest fight?
The latest fight was 2 days ago. So we haven't spoken in 2 days.
Okay.
Minus like a little text, I love you, so we know we're not dead. You know?
Right. You
But-
still can't cheat on me, but
yeah.
I'm not talking.
Yeah, just a reminder. You put that dick somewhere else and I'll kill you. I was away at in Pennsylvania
Okay.
at a bar mitzvah.
That's for the boy or girl?
That's the boy.
Okay.
It's a Jewish thing, if you don't know
Sure.
any Jews out there.
I
You
know,
know,
what-
like,
one's bar, one's bat, right? The girls
Yeah.
are the bat.
The girl's bat mitzvah, yeah,
Okay.
and then the boy's bar mitzvah. So me and my family were in Pennsylvania, and the bar mitzvah was in the hotel. So I'm in my parents' room. I just put on my dress. I only brought one dress, you know, and we're about to leave the hotel room. And I said, Mom, what do you think of this dress? My mom's like, I don't like it. Which I'm like, no, I have no other option. What are you talking about? You don't like it?
I was
So-
playing a game, Ma.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I was just asking for you look beautiful, not you know. So anyway, I was like, just go without me. I'm distraught. You
I'm
know,
going to stay at the hotel.
yeah, I'm staying in the room and ordering room service. So they leave. I call Frank. Now you know when you're mad at someone, you just want your significant other to take your side.
Sure.
It doesn't matter if it's rational or not. So I call him. I said, Frank, my mom is a bitch. She said that my dress is ugly. And he's like, no, you look beautiful. I was like, say my mom's a bitch.
this is weird, dirty talk.
Right.
Say it.
He's like, your mom's not a bitch. I was like, say she's a bitch.
Ooh.
And he wouldn't do it. And then I was like, you're a traitor. And then I hung up on him. And we haven't spoken since.
Now, Frank sounds lovely, but he's wrong in this.
Yeah, he was so wrong. He was so wrong. Like my dad has my mom's back like 110%. Like as we were fighting, my dad's taking my mom's side. He didn't say I didn't look good. He's like, "Oh, Robyn, stop overreacting."
Yeah.
Because he takes my mom's side.
Yeah,
just like Frank should have taken my
Your
side.
dad took you aside and said, "It's an ugly fucking dress. Fuck you."
You know, I made that mistake one time because I didn't know. So a friend of mine was getting married and she just got her hair done. But as I understood it, they were doing different looks
Like
or whatever.
samples. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the day of, and I don't know. So she turns to me and goes, "What's it look like?" And I'm like, "To be honest, it looks a little more masculine than I think you wanted to."
This is the day of the wedding.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And she's on the altar, you know.
Well, we were still in the hotel room, and she's beautiful. She's always going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't
Was the
fucking know.
hairstylist still there?
She was still there.
Okay, that's a little different. If I had like 3 dress options, my mom would like, let me see what else.
That's the thing.
That's different.
I thought, because I don't know. I thought, you fuss with your hair until whatever. And otherwise, like, I don't know why you're asking
How did
me.
she take it?
She's like, "Well, this is it." So I guess I look like a boy now. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh, you mean your hair,
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Jeff's? Oh, that's nice. No, I've never seen an outfit I didn't like. I love them. I love
Yeah.
styles and
Just-
not styles.
Just say you look beautiful. That's all everyone wants to hear. No one wants to hear they don't look good.
That happened at my bat mitzvah also. So gearing up to my bat mitzvah, we went to this. That's the girl one, Keith.
Yeah. So you didn't look masculine. I know that.
Well, we went to this really nice hair salon, and they tried a couple looks. And that's the first time I ever saw my hair curly. It was usually just frizzy because I had no idea how to do my hair at all. And it was so gigantic, and I didn't know what to do. And they were just kind of messing with it. The day of the bat mitzvah came, and they're like, "Do you want us to straighten it?" And I'm like, "Let's look at it straight, whatever." And they were like, "It's done." And my mom's like, "We're leaving." I'm like, "Oh, I guess I have straight hair for my bat mitzvah." And that's how that
And there's
happened.
no time to fix
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Did anyone tell you you looked ugly?
I didn't ask.
Yeah, so maybe I have to stop asking people how I look.
Yeah, I know better. But I did, I never knew how to deal with my hair because I didn't know to comb it on wet and
Right.
all that stuff. So it was the first time I could move my hair and it moves back. It didn't just stay where I put my hair. And so I was like, it's Saturday for my bat mitzvah. How do I go to school on Monday and keep my straight hair? You don't wash it. So I did that. And on Monday, I'm like, I know how to I had more flexibility. This is great. And they're like, "Did you not wash your hair?" And I'm like, "Can we not focus on when I wash my hair?"
But it's true. You don't have to wash it.
No,
It's
you
like
don't.
2 days.
Kyle's-
Please, I go 3 weeks.
I go a week for sure. Yeah.
Kyle would say, I don't know if I look good in this dress," and I go, "I hate your mom because I'm there for her." And she
Yeah,
goes,
see,
she goes, "Oh, my mom passed away." I go, "Fuck her. I love you." That's called being on
You're
someone's
so
side.
supportive.
Yeah, it's that easy. I saw that you wrote a joke about an ex on social media.
Yeah.
The ex found it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I've been doing to promote the album is I've been taking a lot of the jokes and doing act outs with my characters with the joke. The album is playing in the background and my characters are acting it out
Right.
for promo. Okay. So one of the jokes is
Do
how
you use puppets?
No, I do my characters.
Okay.
So I'm all the characters. So I'm acting with myself. So one of the jokes is about, and this is true. By the way, he wasn't an ex. He was just this guy,
A little fling.
this loser. Okay.
How many times was he inside your body?
Oh my God.
Maybe,
Too many.
Yeah, I think twice, but
Okay.
that's too many.
Right.
But
Oh, he's not allowed to be butthurt about anything. But continue.
Yeah, I know. Also, it's a little bit of a Me Too situation. He was in the business. I was 25. He was 45. He could really help my career.
Right.
And I was a desperate comedian. It was not a good situation, right? And so I met him because of the business, right? And he asked me out, yada yada yada. And then after hanging out with him a few times, I was like, okay, this is not worth it. Because I finally grew some balls, and I was like, we can't hang out. He did not take it well.
What a great idea. I'm not into this.
What? Wait, that's really what he did. Seriously, at a bar, I met him at a bar, and I said, "Look, I still want to work together, but the personal stuff I want to end." And he's like, "What?" And he starts screaming at me at a bar. And
Robyn, that's when you know it was meant to be and take back what you
so anyway,
said.
Frank and I are still together.
Right.
No, what? Not Frank. So anyway, he kept calling me and whatever, and then we met up. He was weird. He wrote 4-page letter back and front about how we're supposed to be together. Yeah, okay. So then
Has that ever worked in the history of the world?
Never. Don't write a
Right.
letter.
Like people hear about that movie, The Notebook, and they think they used a real notebook, right?
Yeah,
Did they
something
fill
like
up
that.
all the pages of a notebook?
I don't know.
I
But
mean, I don't
I don't
think
want
you
to
should-
read. Like we already have established. Like I'm not a good reader. Okay, so anyway.
Right. This is rude.
Yes, it's rude, and he knew I had reading problems.
Yeah, make a movie and send it to me.
All right, so here comes where the joke is. He calls me. He's like, "I'm downstairs. Can I come up? It's
Oh
in my
my
apartment."
God.
And I'd already we only hung out a couple times. Now we've had more breakups than.
Right.
Okay, so he comes upstairs. I open the door, and he's standing there with an ice cream cone for me.
Ew.
Okay, and so I take it.
Oh,
and
you
then,
know, that's such a fucked up move. It's like, you gotta let me in.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna melt.
Yeah.
but I have a tiny studio, no freeze. It was a mini fridge, so I had to eat it while breaking up with it, right? Like during this intense screaming match with him, and I'm like eating ice cream. So I have a whole joke about it. It was in the album.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like licking ice cream as I break out. Right? No, remember. In the joke, I don't talk about any of that beginning part. I just talk about how I broke up with a guy while eating ice cream. That's it. And then I do the act out of it's not you, it's me. And and I lick the ice cream. And it's just like a joke, right? So I do a little act out video and I post it on my Facebook, my fan page Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, da-da-da-da. Okay, anyway, pausing the story 1 second. On New Year's, I remember I haven't spoken to him in a couple of years, right? It's maybe 5 years I haven't spoken to him. He sends me a text on New Year's. By the way, height of the Me Too movement, if you remember. He sends me a message being like, "Hey, Robyn, hope all is well. I'm sorry how things ended with us. I think of our time together fondly. I hope you do too."
Fuck, things never started.
So I wrote back, I was like, "Me too." Okay. So anyway, fast forward to
Right.
this week. I post the joke, right? I get within 30 minutes on my Facebook fan page. Because remember, I had unfriended him, on Facebook. We're not friends anymore. But I guess he follows my fan page. He sends me a message. "Hey, Robyn."
A private message?
A
or-
private message. "Come on, Robyn. This happened years ago. Write new jokes. Like the way how you changed it up, though. Well done. Wink face."
Wink face.
That's cute.
I'm rolling my eyes. You can't see it listening. But
They saw it.
oh, they felt the energy.
Wow.
You guys know Emma Wellman, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I sent it to her. She's like, "You should write back. I see you've gotten through the Me Too movement. Okay. Well done. Wink face." And I sent it to her.
That's great.
I'll just wait till he hears this because I'm sure when
What
I
did-
post it.
Well, that's not. He's not being a fan at all.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
fan page.
Yeah, exactly. But he was never nice,
Right.
So
What did you actually say?
I just didn't respond.
Good for you.
Because I'm gonna just talk about it on Keith
Right.
and the Girl.
Yeah.
Right back, huh?
Yeah, right. So I'm just not. I mean, I don't want
Right.
to engage.
Did
What
you?
an aggressive person.
Yeah.
And the parts you changed, did you change the ice cream flavor?
No, I just did. I just said I broke up with a guy while eating ice cream. There's no actually I changed it altogether because I was saying because the joke is within, and I talk about I used to be fat and I would date guys that were into fat fetishes. I think we've spoken about it on
Yeah.
this show. And so I just make it that I broke up with a guy while eating ice cream. Like I just completely switched the guy. But he wants me to write new jokes. Oh, challenge accepted.
I was having writer's block too.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to talk about during that time period.
Yeah,
so.
the fact that he doesn't know that that's the nicest version of
that could possibly be. I mean, think about what I just said right now. I can and will start writing about that.
Is he still in the industry?
Yeah.
Why is he stalking you?
I don't know. I think because I was when I was 25, I was such a pushover with all of it. So he probably thinks I'm the same person, but I'm not. I'm now so much more. One, established my career, but also, everyone jokes about the Me Too, or some people think it went too far. I'm like, no, because it makes people a little more confident to say, wait, this really does happen,
Yeah, this is uncomfortable for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we were always taught to be like, let me just be nice through this.
Yeah.
And everybody wins. You ladies win by getting to get this off your chest, and the men win because nothing happens.
Yeah, because
So
look, I'm
what's
not
the problem?
Nothing's happening. I'm not naming him. He's gonna be fine.
Right.
I get now feel comfortable about talking about it, which makes me feel better.
Right.
And the thing is we don't usually say the name. And it's like, why don't you on the other side shut the fuck
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Why is he messaging me? Don't tempt me. Just go do your thing.
You should be able to say his name without consequence of feeling guilty. Because that's the
Right.
only consequence really. Because He can't do anything about it, and nothing's going to happen to him.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, you're going to ruin his career. Really?
Right. I'm not even thinking about his career. I'm just focusing on mine. And I'm just like, I don't want to get into it because I just want to keep moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Because then you're Robyn Schall, the person
who accused blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on me. If I start, I'm going to be funny. And then, you know.
But
Yeah.
1 to 10, how flattering?
How
Ew.
flat? Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't you see, it's like insults. It's an,
Sure.
if he was like, Robyn, this was the funniest video I ever saw, I would have ruined it back.
Yeah, he told her to write new jokes.
Yeah, it's like,
Did you call up your boyfriend and ask if this guy was an asshole?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I don't know him personally, but it was wrong. Fuck you.
yeah, right. No, but remember when I said he texted me on New Year's? I was in the middle of FaceTiming with my boyfriend, and I was like, oh my God, you know, especially because I've been talking about this guy for so long while live streaming, you know, so everyone knows about it.
Right.
I just don't, you know. He wants me to write new jokes.
There you go.
We'll do it.
Well, that was very funny, Robyn. Thank you.
And let me recommend this for everybody. Ring video doorbells. I have it. I don't deal with riffraff. I don't, whether it's deliveries or people coming in your house to murder you. With Ring, you can see who's at your door. You can talk to them wherever you're at. I love it.
It's not that you could just, like, you can always go to the door and look through the peephole, but at that point, they see your feet and they know you're there,
They
right?
know. They see the shadow change under the door.
I know, right? Like, they can hear you no matter how heavy your door is. They're like, we know you're at the door. You don't have to go to the door. The app shows you who's at your door, and you can even speak through the app going, no, thank you.
Yeah, I used to go to the peephole, and they go, I see you. I go, no, this is so much better.
Nobody's home.
And now that, you know, it's the holidays, you're going to have deliveries. Sometimes you got to talk to those people. You don't want to miss it. Ring helps you stay connected to your home from anywhere. Package delivery, a murder about to take place. You'll get an alert and be able to see, hear, and speak to that person all from your phone.
So you have access, even like if you're in the studio here and there's somebody at your door at your house, you get to see who's at your door.
Check in anytime for much needed holiday peace of mind. As a listener, you have a special holiday offer. It's the Ring Starter Kit available right now. With the Ring Video Doorbell 2, the number 2, and motion-activated floodlight cam, the starter kit has everything you need to start building a ring of security around your home, no matter what this holiday season brings. You know what I'm talking about.
I've said this before also, like, this sounds like such high technology. Don't let that fool you. I sometimes avoid looking at this because I'm like, oh, well, I really want that, but it's outside of my price range. Take a look at their pricing. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I was shocked at how affordable so much technology is.
It's so inexpensive that I have one on my door, of course. I just got a second one for my chimney. With Ring, you're always home. Just go to ring.com/KATG. That's ring.com/KATG. Additional terms may apply. Take a look. I think you'll like what you see.
But seriously, like, don't assume. Ring.com/KATG.
No, there's crazies everywhere. I love following the Popeyes chicken sandwich stories.
You really do.
All
It's
the
so funny.
deaths, all the crime. For what? Because they told you how to put bread on chicken. It's the same chicken, but people are murdering for it. Yeah, but then I got to buy my own 2 pickles. No, they put chicken and 2 pickles and bread. Oh my God. I mean, I said this the other day, but they should have, like, your phone, you know how it has a location, knows where you're at. If you went to 3 different Popeyes in the same day,
Yeah.
that means that, you know, they sold out and you really need this Popeyes.
Right.
They should be able to tell at the voting booth that you did that. And now you're disqualified from voting, but you get a chicken wing on your way out. You'll be pleased. You'll be like, all right, that's fair.
You know what? Voting really should have, like, if you do
Criteria.
if you do dumb stuff as a human,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah, where were you last? Let's look. The fast food chain Popeyes brought the sandwich back in early November. It's November now, and the violence has returned, leaving one man dead. We were saying the story yesterday or the other day. Police in Maryland say that Kevin Tyrell Davis, 28, was stabbed to death after an argument with another customer while the two were in line at a Popeyes in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Police say their surveillance video appears to show Davis attempting to cut in a line set up specifically for customers planning to order the chicken sandwich. So it has its own priority line, and you
God.
think you're going to be able to sneak into that? Police say another customer confronted Davis. The two ultimately went outside where Davis was stabbed to death.
Now, if it's hysterical, it's historical. Now, what happens in your life that this is literally the most important thing that you're ready to stab someone
Your mom
over?
tells you don't look pretty in a dress.
You know what? Fair enough. I don't know why I didn't consider that.
You stab outside. You go back in the Popeyes. There's blood on your hands. Hey, I was here earlier. Can I just go up to the...
You
Wait,
held
so-
my space, right?
But did he stab him because he went in? Like, what did they say? Why he stabbed?
Because somebody cut line.
Just because he cut the line.
Yeah, and they said, let's go outside. And they went, all right.
So he couldn't just wait and get the next order.
No.
Wow,
No, because they run out sometimes. You could even be in line. That doesn't promise you you're going to get this
It
delicious.
is really annoying when someone cuts you online.
See, you get it. Just a day. Do we have the poll? Just a day later in Columbia, Popeyes employees. This is in This is in Tennessee, Columbia, Tennessee. Are there only 7 names for things? What the fuck is a decal? But there's 26 of them in every state. Just a day later in Columbia, Tennessee, Popeyes employee Dariance Rochelle Hughes, 29, was arrested after police say he body slammed the customer.
Wow.
Deborah Staggs, 55, says she went into the restaurant to get a refund and that the manager, quote, immediately began insulting her, according to the news outlet. An employee's husband says that Staggs hurled a racial slur after she was overcharged for a sandwich. Staggs' lawyer says she suffered a broken knee and 6 cracked ribs.
I don't know. You came in with a racial slur ready. Go
Yeah,
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're aggressive.
Hughes was charged with aggravated assault. But
This was aggravating.
This wasn't Tennessee's first issue at Popeyes. In August, Chattanooga area resident Craig Barr sued the restaurant after he says he wasted countless hours trying to get his hands on the chicken sandwich.
Okay, I want to know how he got that lawyer because I have had trouble and people are like, you should sue him. Like, find a lawyer.
Right.
You think it's so easy, like America just sues people,
Right.
you know?
Barr says the restaurant purposely overhyped the sandwich in an attempt to, quote, increase popularity and garner attention.
Actually, he's right about that.
Well, I see it on TV. They deliberately make it look so juicy.
Yeah.
And then I've been to 3 and they don't have it. Well,
Yeah.
don't get me hard. And then, I mean, what the hell?
Keith is going to be the next stabbing situation
Yeah,
on
I get
next
it.
week's news.
You told me I need this. You said that. You need this. Back in September, Houston police in Texas say a man pulled a gun after learning a local Popeyes was out of the chicken sandwich.
Well, in Texas, they like pulling out guns.
Employees say a group of people, I would have a bucket, like place guns here, umbrellas here.
Yeah.
Employees say a group of people tried to order the sandwich in the drive-thru, then rushed the front door when they learned the restaurant was out. A man pulled out a pistol, demanded employees hand over the sandwich
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
before ultimately leaving the restaurant without sandwiches.
See, as an employee, I'd sue. If
Yeah.
there was an option to sue, I'm like, I don't need this because of your stupid fucking chicken. You are creating mayhem. You are deliberately having less. What they can't. There's no room in the freezers. What's happening?
Well, I can't laugh here in New York. In Brooklyn, a brawl broke out after a customer says she paid for what she was told was the last chicken sandwich in the store. She says the restaurant then gave her sandwich to another customer, causing an argument and ultimately a fight between the woman and the employee. So,
What happens in your life? Is your life always that great, and then somebody doesn't hand you chicken, and you're like, I can't even?
And why is this only happening in like fast food? Like this never happens anywhere, like in a fancy restaurant.
well, that's the thing. When I was a waiter, I worked in both. I worked in not fast food, but shit restaurants that, diners that were all but fast food and Michelin star restaurants. And it's funny how when you pay more, you put up with more. And when I worked at the diner and you got a full meal for $1.50, they were more demanding about everything.
Oh, interesting. And
Yeah.
I actually really, because now I'm thinking about myself. Like it's true though. When I'm in a nice restaurant, if it takes like an hour to come out,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh well, it's just fancy food. It should
Right.
take this long.
You behave.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to fit in.
But if I'm at a diner and it takes more than 4 minutes, I call the waiter over. I'm like, where's my food?
Right. Yeah, if I'm working for Bobby Flay, if I mess up your order, you apologize. But when I'm down the block at a shitty place, you hated everything
Yeah.
from the get-go. The coffee wasn't right, nothing was good, and everything was fine.
I think it's because you, maybe as a fancy person, you always get to kind of have your way and you're kind of living a cushy life. So you're not like building anger throughout your day because
Maybe.
people are getting things for you. And here it's like, if you're more poor, you're dealing with, you just missed the train and that's a big deal. Where like, you know, if you're rich, you have a car waiting for you. Like, so during your day, you become more aggressive because more things feel like they're happening to you.
Right.
You're not living a cushy life.
Less than a week after it restocked its famous chicken sandwich, Popeyes has already seen the destruction of a car, a man screaming the N-word, numerous fights, and even a death. Now an employee selling sandwiches as a side hustle can be added to the list.
I love it.
There's a video of a Popeyes employees fighting behind the counter of one of its Los Angeles locations. Screaming can be heard in the video. Someone yells, quote, "You fucking hit me, bitch." A source says that the incident started after one employee was caught selling the chicken sandwiches on the side. In what, like the back? Multiple employees came together to fight the employee in question.
What? Join the employee in question.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Sell it for $20 a sandwich. You
Yeah.
tell your fucking boss to go fuck himself at the end of the day because all of you are going to leave because that was your hustle and fuck off. Why do you fight with each other? Fight with the managers and the people
Right.
who own them. Fight with the people who are demanding that people rush your door with guns.
Yeah, because the people on the high up, they're making millions off of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
These people should be like doing a little side hustle.
Yeah, if you see your coworker doing a side hustle while you have the option to be held up at gunpoint for a fucking sandwich, you join in, and then when you all get in trouble, you go, "Are we all fired? No? See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye." Fucking minimum wage bullshit,
Yeah,
gun-toting. What the fuck?
We've all been to, you see the way employees are treated in fast food places.
Join together.
Join together. No, I respect the idea of the sandwich. Like, all right.
Fuck them all.
What's your position? You got to change the deep fry oil when it's still hot. They don't like you.
Right.
You know what? Charge people $20, and then when they go to the register saying $5, when you pull it up, just look at them and go, "And
And
you
then
want
start.
the fucking sandwich or not?"
Then the employee should pull out the gun and say,
Yeah,
"Do you want this fucking sandwich or not?"
There should be, at these Popeyes restaurants, there should be from the employee side a gun displayed. This is all of ours. We have band together. You should put it on the window. Then when the manager comes up and says, "Hey, this is aggressive," be like, "If you don't fucking protect
I
us,
will shoot you.
yeah, just chill the fuck out. Be on our side or walk out because we are now band together. Do you want to lose all 20 employees? Do you want to make the chicken and fucking deal with these assholes? No, you don't. Band together."
What a bitch. It reminds me of.
Not me. He didn't mean that to me. So, Robyn, don't get upset.
No, I mean these assholes. When I was at the Madonna concert and they.
Oh, name drop. I was at the Madonna concert.
When I was at the Madonna Ciccone concert, they locked up phones, but somehow I got away with it, and I was the only one.
Oh, really?
So I'm scrolling through my phone in like a kind of a hallway out of the way, but a woman did see it, and she stares at me for a second. I didn't put it together. I go,
Did she work there or was she?
No, she's just a regular client like me.
Okay.
And then she left, and then immediately a worker came and goes, and my phone was in my pocket at that time. "Do you have a phone?" And of course I copped to it because they weren't really asking. But it's like, because
Oh,
I did
that's
this.
the worst
We could have worked
human.
together and
Yeah.
taken all the pictures for your family.
Like she could have said, "Oh, you have a phone. If I give you my email, can you
Yes.
send me anything for
Yeah.
Band together.
As she gets like 50 pictures of you and Kyle making out.
But yeah, why would you go against Keith in that? You are Keith.
Yeah.
You're looking at Keith going, "That's
Oh, I
me."
hate the rule followers that like
Yeah.
will tattle.
The 1% are laughing at you. You're doing their job.
Yeah.
We are saddened to hear about this senseless act of violence.
Oh my God, what a great sentiment. That's good. Keith, don't read on. I'm good.
We, along with the franchise, are fully cooperating with local authorities
You have to.
and actively working to gather more information. If a cop asks us a question, we answer.
Oh, good.
I tell
We're
you
good
what,
people.
somebody fucking killed another person for your chicken. Go, "We're going to stop this right now because it seems like it's bringing out the worst in people, even though it's giving us more money." That's an actual fucking statement, not, "Hey, the cops are here and we opened the door."
Oh, they're so good.
They're such nice people.
If you are prone to violence, please call ahead if we have any more chicken. Okay, well, there you go. A woman in Los Angeles will spend thousands of dollars to repair her car after she wrecked it at a drive-thru trying to secure her place in line. And Popeyes nearly.
I mean, you're just a bad driver.
Yeah. Does this have to do with was the line out of control?
Nearby customers took their cell phones out to record as two drivers were in separate lines in Popeyes. Just before reaching the drive-thru, the two lines merged into one. Well, they didn't think that through. When the driver of a Mercedes tried to pass another vehicle to get into the single line, she smashed into the barriers along the way, leaving scratches and dents all over her car.
That'll get you more chicken faster.
The person who recorded the video says the woman stayed in line and ended up getting the sandwich. Well, give the sandwich. I mean, she'll crash into your building. Whatever they do, you give that sandwich. I throw
Have
the
you guys
sandwich.
had this sandwich? Like, is it that amazing?
No, I don't have a gun.
I don't have a gun. I don't have the time to go to 5 shops.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you what, I made chicken cutlet at home. I was fine.
I feel like I had the sandwich. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, these stories are fulfilling enough. I don't need
Right.
anything else.
I had the sandwich experience. I took the train.
Right. Calm down, everybody. You know what I use? And I think this, I don't know, the government should get it out to everybody. But until they do, I think you have to buy it. Euphoric hemp oil infused chewing gum. YOOFORIC. You had a bad day?
Calm down.
Calm down. Euphoric hemp oil infused chewing gum. It's not your average gum, they say, and they're right. In fact, it's an innovative patented delivery system. They have the best absorption rate of CBD. So there's different ways you can get your CBD. You know, it's like weed without the THC. You can drive a car, you can do whatever you want. But to me, it calms me, puts me in a nice calm place, and that's why I like it. It has the highest absorption rate of any way you can get CBD.
Now, I could be making this up, but I think, through the gums, things get to your bloodstream a lot faster.
They do, because I remember in college, people would say when you were doing coke to then rub it on your gums.
Yeah.
Not, I didn't, I'm
Yeah.
just saying what I heard on the streets. Sorry, continue.
Yeah,
Right, but don't be on the streets. Get euphoric.
exactly.
Right, and not cocaine. Okay, I'll take it from here, Robyn. As a chewing gum, Euphoric brings more innovation with its patented delivery system. It allows all the action to happen in your mouth. You know what I heard about heroin? No, thank you, Robyn. The long-lasting mint flavor and the consistency makes it possible to chew it longer, which increases absorption in the mouth. In fact, Euphoric hemp oil-infused chewing gum has the best absorption rate on the market, 84%. This is 50% greater than other products that can be digested.
Are you kidding? This is weed that you can chew. It's not going to get you high, but it's going to have that medicinal effect on you, that calming, soothing effect while you chew gum. Freshen your breath and chill out.
Want to see what all the euphoric fuss is about?
Yes.
Right now, our listeners get free shipping with your order when you visit yournewgum.com.
They're not even asking you to spell euphoric.
Right. They get it. They're like, the name's so clever, but it's a special podcast exclusive. And when you support our sponsors, of course, you support our show. So thank you. Just go to yournewgum.com, get free shipping plus an additional bonus discount on select offers. That's yournewgum.com. All right?
All right.
Send some to your ex.
Send some to Popeyes. They should give it as
Yes.
people walk in.
Right.
Like while they wait in the car before they smash into each other.
Like chew this and then come in and order your sandwich.
Yeah, and also, they're moving their mouth. It feels like you're eating. Everybody calm down. Yeah.
Yeah. If
This solves the world issues, obviously.
there's a long line, get the your new gum, please. All right, Robyn Schall, you can follow online. You know this. And follow because she's in a mood. And she's gonna be talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
If
Raiders,
you've ever wanted to follow me,
Yeah.
this would be the time.
Raiders block is over. She's back to work. CD done. Too bad. She's rating again. Robyn Schall on Twitter, ROBYN SCHALL. The Instagram, Robyn Schall Comic. And the website, back to the name, robynschall.com. You'll see everything that's going on right there. And like I said, you can pre-order on iTunes the album right now, Guilty Pleasures.
Always pre-order.
Yes.
Always pre-order. You have it now. And by the way, if you don't know what the fuck we just said and how to spell Robyn Schall, if you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that, we post every single guest. Nice, easy link so that you have no excuses and you want to follow Robyn.
Yes. And then as soon as you come to my social media, I will have the link to the iTunes and make it super easy for you.
Get it now.